again. We are in the bar, already loaded in today, with a little extra time on the clock than usual. So without further ado, the whole point of Sea of Thieves Rush is straight to the ship and out to an island. And we're gemming it today. Now that gems are all over the Sea of Thieves with the latest update, we are going to find gems. So we need to get boots in the sand on another island and then get whatever gems we can. Want to give a little special shout out today to Harley123. He's a young YouTuber. He's on the autism spectrum, and he connected with us in some comments, and it was really cool to see him playing some Fortnite. It's not my favorite game, but he really has a patter and a banter when it comes to doing the whole video presentation, and he's really trying. He's a great kid. Recommend you check it out. It's OMG, it's Harley123. So look him up on YouTube and check out some of his videos and give him a like and a shout out, because he's really going to be somebody to watch as he pushes into YouTube and makes a name for himself. So yeah, Harley123. And we also had a new follower on the Twitch channel yesterday, which was MigFoxy934. Now, if you do follow us on Twitch, hit the little bell, and then you'll get notified every time we stream every morning. So it was great to have you along and watching the rush. So gonna get boots in the sand here, and then it's anybody's game what we want to do next. I'm actually go to that island as well. We got a time to hit a couple of islands and hopefully find a gem. You know, we can hand in other stuff and complete the rush that way, but I'm declaring it's a gem day today, so Gem Day Tuesday. And it's also Rivals today, I believe. So if you haven't signed up already, go to seaofthieves.com, and I recommend going to their Twitch feed, because they post it on their Twitch feed. There's a link to sign up for Rivals. You have to have an account on the seaofthieves.com website, and then you link your Twitch account to that, following the process that they outline. And then when you watch the Rivals match today, you will get the livery. I think I'm gonna hit. Let's just make sure we're all good. Yeah, just. Oh, look at that shipwreck right over there. Squirrel, and there's a shiny gem. This couldn't be better. This is really going the way I like it to go. And that usually is not a good sign for me, because it usually means that something's gonna happen, as it always does. So feeling good today. I'm well rested. Was up in the night because Ethan woke up, had a bad dream. So SG Kiddo, yeah, sometimes has these little dreams. Came in the bedroom at some time in the night, and because of spring break, summer break, he's been coming in and just saying, "Daddy, can I watch YouTube?" And I think it must have been like 1 a.m. and I'm so tired. I almost just said, "Yeah, you can put YouTube on," and I'm so glad I just didn't blurt that out, because he would have been watching from 1 o'clock this morning YouTube. He would. He'd just watch it all the way through, and then he'd probably come in and say, "Hey, Dad, I saw this," and that would be at like 3 a.m. and I'd be like, "Oh, go away," you know. So luckily I paid attention and realized what he was telling me, or what he wanted. Is that another blue gem there? OMG, this is like 2 gems on one island, but I still want to go to the other island. I'd love to find one of those chests that I can just put things in. What's the chances of me diving in here and seeing a shiny, which is one of these chests? Is that a shiny? Down there? It is a shiny. Oh wow, I've got to come back. Might be lucky and have another shiny to go. So today's the rare stream day, but I think the Twitch Rivals is kind of what they're going to be streaming as well. So they're going to be streaming Arena. Where is the other one? So I got 2 gems already. This is fantastic, and there's something down here. A skull. So that means I should really go back to an outpost. I do actually need villainous skulls. Oh, I hate this when you can't get on to an item squarely to pick it up. It's so frustrating. So yeah, I think this actually might be the one I need to get the achievement. So you guys might see my little achievement thing pop up, which is really cool. Be fun to share it with you all. So I hope your Tuesday is panning out for you. There's some people that watch that are, East Coast or Europe, so it's their Tuesday's just winding down, and lucky you. Oh, I'm gonna put these up top. I wish my Tuesday was winding down too, but then I wouldn't be able to do this with you guys, would I? So be careful what you wish for, right? Alright, let's head out to second island. Blah. Get my words right. It's how I feel sometimes. It's just everything comes out. It really just doesn't work. Kudos to Falcor. Oh, he put out a video the other day, which he really isn't scared anymore to embarrass himself online. And to be honest, I don't think he embarrassed himself one bit. I think he pulled it off. And if you have an idea what I'm talking about, he did Bohemian Rhapsody. He basically sung the whole thing at the beginning of his stream live to anybody that came in, and people were subscribing and following him, and he was really putting himself out there, putting himself on the line. The embarrassment, the self-consciousness, all that kind of stuff of doing it. But he did it. He nailed it. So kudos to Falcor. And if you don't know who Captain Falcor is, you really need to find out. Check out some of his stuff. He is one of the most awesome content creators out there. Now, a little bit more on Falcor is there is Keelhaul Podcast and Captain Logan, who I've connected with a little bit through the community, and I really like Logan. He's a nice guy. But he does Keelhaul Podcast, and he loves the Keelhaul Fort. he goes on about how the fort is his favorite fort in Sea of Thieves. But he did an interview with Falcor, and I got to listen to a bit yesterday while I was having my birthday curry, which was really nice. And then I think I'm going to probably try and listen to that today while I'm working. And you can find it on Podbean, amongst other places, but Podbean is a really good app that you can install for listening to that podcast. But I think once it's put on the Podbean server, it's pretty much everywhere and can be found quite easily. So if you're not following him on Twitter, I recommend checking out Captain Logan. He's a bit of a Nintendo Switch aficionado too, so if you're into Switch news and having debates about the Nintendo Switch on Twitter, then he's definitely somebody to talk to. He's got some opinions. Rightly or wrongly, we all have our opinions, and he's not afraid to put himself out there and talk about these things. I saw shiny when I did that, and now I don't see it. Oh, there it is. Look at this. There's so much good treasure around the Sea of Thieves nowadays. The wife and I, we did a stream, and it's going to be on the channel soon on YouTube. But we did a birthday stream sailing last night for me, and we just sailed around, the wife and I, on a sloop. And we found so much stuff, and we weren't even really doing any quests. We found a couple of bottle maps we found laying around, and decided to do one of the maps from that. And holy moly, there was so much stuff that we had on the ship at the end of just like an hour, 2 hours sailing around. So it's really nice to be able to just find stuff on beaches. Okay, so I'm yammering on. I still have 24 minutes on the clock. I think I might just head over to that island too. I put the the anchor down. Anchoring on a sloop is not a huge deal at all. I don't mind doing it on the sloops. Is this Thieves Haven? Oh, what's that over there? That rock gets me every time. So I don't think I'm gonna like run around the whole of Thieves Haven, but I might just have a boo on this little beach where the little camp is here, and then boot it over to that island, and then boot it back to the outpost, which is just there. And then that way I've done a nice little kind of circumference on the surrounding islands. And picked up a fair amount of loot, to be honest. I got a skull, 2 gems, and a cup, which is pretty cool. A gilded chalice. So this is where those chests open that have nothing in them. This is where they come into their own, because you can load it up with this stuff and unload your ship in seconds instead of running back and forth 5 times. You just do it once or twice. It's very cool. Oh, there's a ship. Looks like a skelly ship. Oh, looks like I got a visitor coming in the room. Hello, how are you? What's up?
We forgot something.
What did we forget?
Halloween countdown?
No, we haven't forgotten. Okay, it's Halloween countdown. I'll explain what that is. Thank you, honey. Halloween countdown is a countdown clock which starts at 99 and counts down to 0. Now, the day after my birthday is always the day that it's 99 days to Halloween. So it's something I have to do every year at the end of my birthday. Now, that being said, Halloween countdown became so popular on our street, people expecting it in the window, that it's now become a website. So we have Halloween countdown, Halloween-countdown.com, and that's the website. So, and it has a WordPress plugin which is a countdown, and so every year it counts down to Halloween. And if you go there now, you should see that it's on 99 days. And yeah, it's kind of a little thing that the wife really likes to work on. I've got it so that when you post to Facebook, the Facebook page for Halloween Countdown, that it goes out to all the surrounding network things. Oh, I think it does. I think it may have broken, but I need to look at that. It uses if this then that. Oh look. Oh look. Now, the reason I'm excited about barrels is floating barrels now can contain a lot of hunters stuff. So these just have the generic stuff in, but sometimes now in floating barrels you can find hunters stuff, so fish and meats. And yeah, very cool, but not this time. Just having a look for shinies. No shinies here. I think I'm going to just head out to the other island, because I'm aware of the clock. Always aware of the ticking clock. Hey, Rooting X, how are you? How's things this morning? Let's see. Why are you the only one playing at 30 frames? I think it's just the way... Oh, I tell you what it was. The other day, with the new update to Sea of Thieves, we were having some really bad performance issues on the game. Some really bad stuttering and turning. So I went and I tweaked my settings a little bit to see if it was something to do with the update that I could fix. But it wasn't. It turned out to be some kind of lag that was introduced by one of the players that was on our crew. And when he quit, the lag went away. And it's just something I haven't reset. So thanks for pointing that out. I'll remember that and fix that. I could actually fix that now, I suppose. Oh, I'm hearing a mermaid. Alright, let's do this. Boom. Boom. No, not there. Yeah, I was there actually. Video 60, and let's put on triple buffering. Okay, that should improve things there. Where was that mermaid? Thanks for pointing that out. Appreciate you coming by too. How's your Tuesday? There's been some weird glitches in the new update, that's for sure. It performance-wise, just when you've got multiple players, I think it's because there's too many things they've added with the black powder stashes. There's just too many people on the server all doing black powder stashes, and so there's so many parts that need to be kind of recorded by the server, what's on what island. So if you're on a server that's really just people playing that and nothing else, then you're just in a situation where you get glitchy performance. So Mutineer Rock is where I'm going to go. Should be in front ish. So Sea of Thieves Rush, if you're not aware, it's kind of out of the gate right away. Go to island, get your boots in the sand, and then pick up something to hand in. And today I've made it a gem day. I said at the beginning I'm looking for nothing but gems, and yeah, I found quite a few gems so far. 2 or 3 on one island, and a chalice, and a villainous skull, which is something I actually need for one of my commendations. Still, I'm Pirate Legend, but there's still a few things that I haven't really been pushing into. So, hey, look at this, we got some other people on the feed. Thanks for coming by, everybody. That's a lot of follows. Alright, so excited to see Twitch Rivals today. I've signed up through the Sea of Thieves website. I've linked my Twitch account. I think it's today. I know it's Rare's official stream, and I'll be heading over there shortly after playing this. I'll log into all my work stuff and then head over there just to check it out. Let's do the dolphin dive. Oh, we have something shiny over here. So many more little shiny things laying around. This looks like an open-y-closey chest, which will be ideal for what I've got right now hanging around on the ship. Oh, it's not an open-y-closey chest. It's a shipwrecked seafarers. I don't know whether you guys have noticed, there seems to be a little bit more drift on the ships when you put the sails up. If you're one of these guys that don't anchor down, and I really don't, the sloop just seems to drift a little bit more. I was getting quite good at judging when to put the sail up, and now I found in the new update, although it's nothing in the patch notes, I've just noticed it does drift that little bit more. Oh, I don't care about bottles right now. That's not part of what I'm doing, so I just don't need to go to another island and end up with more hassle than I actually need. Okay, let's have a quick look in the waters. I'm just waiting for that day that a box of secrets shows up on my stream. I would be screaming bloody murder. Ah, what are you doing hiding there? Eat sword. Where are you, Ruby Splashtail? I'm coming for you. Ruby Splashtail on Twitter. They and I have a little bit of a thing going on. I'm always sending them pictures of like fish and chips and moray eels and, you know, any kind of predatory pictures that I can find. I sent to Ruby Splashtail. So yeah, Twitch Rivals. You need to go to seaofthieves.com and you need to sign up if you haven't already. And once you've signed up, you link your Twitch account, and then they know that you're obviously watching, and they can credit you. Don't just show up, watch it, and then get really upset why you didn't get what you were expecting. I put a tweet out about that because I could just see so many people just getting on Rare's case and saying, where's my stuff? Well, you didn't do it right, did you? Okay, I'm losing my train of thought because I've got more people than I usually do, and I'm okay. I want to go west northwest. Ah. I'm just gonna down sails and go. I have a timer too, so 13 minutes on the clock to get my gems in and not get stymied by anything. Oh good, the Skullfort's up. That means no Kraken. I can make the rock keep turning. Heading to Storm though. Great. Okay. I can handle it. Nobody about. Yesterday I was playing and there was sloops everywhere. There's like 7 or 8 sloops at one point. Just could have been the same sloop again and again. I sank somebody in yesterday's stream and survived, and they got on my ship, and then I was able to kill them and get away, which is kind of cool. And then I ran into somebody at the outpost and game over. Like I really just wasn't on my game and got killed right away. So I actually didn't complete the rush yesterday because I was just being doing things that weren't I shouldn't have been doing. Where is the outpost? Okay, what do we got? Oh, I'm heading a little bit. I'm gonna need to go more west. So yeah, if you haven't checked out Captain Logan's Keelhaul podcast, this week he's talking to Captain Falcor, and they're talking lore, and it's like an hour and 40-minute podcast. So I'll be listening to that and probably Rivals on in the background and working. So you gotta watch today and tomorrow. I appreciate you mentioning that. I didn't know that, so that's good information. I would have been going to Rare and saying, why didn't I get what I was supposed to get? So I appreciate that, Root Next. That's great. Thieves Haven. I love it and I hate it. If it's a riddle, I hate Thieves Haven. You notice this part of the sea, traveling east or west, your boat tends to realign itself, especially near rocks. It's like if you're going slightly off the east or west track. So don't fall asleep at the wheel. Wood crates seem to have gone up. I don't know whether you noticed that as well. It's content of wood crates. Found one yesterday on the beach, and it had 42 pieces of wood in it, and this one's got 38. And I can only assume it's because there's a lot more potential for explosions, and so a lot more potential for wood, if you get my drift. Driftwood? I thought it was funny. Okay, you get the figurehead and then you get the sails and the flag. Wow, you're so on the ball. I was obviously not as on the ball as you. But I might throw that out on Twitter today just to let people know. Because there's going to be other people like me that are just like, don't get it. sometimes, if it's not a stream day, I'll check out um, Chuck Muju on Mixer. I like the stuff that she puts out. She sails with her dad, which is really nice. How many games can you play with your dad? And that, nowadays it's more prevalent that people play with um, their parents. But I've heard people playing Sea of Thieves like 3 generation, grandparent, parents, and kid, all on the same crew, which you don't hear about. Like, doesn't happen with Fortnite. It doesn't happen with most first-person shooters. So this game really does bring generations together. Like, everybody can get on board. No pun intended, but there it is. With Sea of Thieves. So I've been pretty lucky. It looks like I'm going to do the rush, and I've got 8 minutes on the clock. I'm going to hand in my stuff. Right now I'm trying to hand in the gems to the Order of Souls. So now you're just going to see me unloading and rambling on. Oh, I'm coming in a bit hot. Okay, let's anchor down. Usually don't like to point the ship towards the island, but this is not somewhere I'm going to need to escape from if I get attacked. Usually make sure I'm pointing outwards and I can hit the gas and get out. Don't even usually anchor down. Has the way the skull appears on the water changed? Because it looks very Punisher-like. Punisher logo. So am I going to get my achievement for this? I think I might. You might see it happen. For my villainous, alas poor Yorick, tralala bumsier. Oh. Is it going to happen? I'm waiting. I'm waiting. Yeah, there it is. Combination. Woohoo! So, Sea of Thieves Rush. Just to explain, I put it usually in the comments when I put it all on YouTube. But Sea of Thieves Rush is basically boots. You get out the outpost, boots in the sand on another island, and then get something you can hand in. I just had a little bit more time today, and now that the updates happen, it's just easier. So I'm gonna have to mix it up a bit. I think I'm gonna have to change the rush. Maybe put down a gold map and see if I can do that in the time allotted, something like that. Because right now the rush just isn't much of a challenge anymore. But the reason was there wasn't arena at the time I started it, and there wasn't a way to play Sea of Thieves in a small amount of time that was really something that people could do. But what I found is I had this little half an hour window right before work, right before my 8:30 start, and I thought, what can I do? Can I use this time? And I thought, Sea of Thieves Rush, get to an island, boots in the sand, and then find something you can hand in. And sometimes I get crackened out of the gate because I don't look to see if there's a cloud in the sky. It's just get out and go. You can't wait, and so you might get crackened, but you just got to deal with it. And I've got good at dealing with the Kraken, so it really does give you that little bit more of an adrenaline kick, especially if you're playing on your own. It does allow you to have a window of time to play that works, and it teaches you to be better because you start to trim the sails and do things that you need to do to just get that little extra speed, or you learn to anchor down or stop right next to the shipwreck instead of 5 seconds away when it comes to swimming, because it's just too much time. So there we go. I've completed the rush with 4 minutes, but I did start about 4 minutes sooner than I would normally would. So I actually got a little bit more time in there. And as always, I like to finish out with a little bit of a wave, and this tra la la booms yay, tra la la boom.